Good morning, everybody. I wasn't going to jump on this morning, but thankfully Ryan Morris pushed me, not coaxed, pushed me to jump on to talk about something, anything. There you are, buddy. I see you. Uh, today I'm going to hit this wave button. I like that. I'm going to talk about X. This little stone right here kind of triggered this whole thing. So this stone, what's cool about it is it's a perfect X on both sides. My brother gave me this stone, and man, I just got emotional. Um, yeah, I wasn't expecting that. Um, my brother gave me this stone as a gift, and his thought was that no matter where you are, you're in the right spot. And when I got this stone, I was coming through some hard things. My marriage had just ended back in October of last year. Um, Man, some days like that, it just feels like the end of the world. I can feel the emotion of this coming up pretty heavy right now. Um, it just feels like there's no purpose in going on. And it's like, why me? It gets just really dark. And some of you watching this video, I know that void that comes with loss. And it doesn't matter what kind of loss it is, uh, loss is intense. Susan Anderson talks about the process of loss, the swirl, SWIRL. And she talks about the shattering that occurs when there's loss, that our whole world breaks apart and we withdraw and we go inside of ourselves and we start to internalize all the reasons why it's our fault. And then we get mad and angry and rage, and then we start to lift. I've gone through every one of those steps going through this loss. And having this little symbol, this X, has been somewhat of an anchor for me as I go through that. It's just, man, this is exactly where I'm supposed to be. Because I know that some of you watching this video need to hear that. I saw a post yesterday of a gentleman that's at the end of his rope, and at the end of your rope, the connotation with that is that you're at the end of a hangman's noose, like your life is done. And I could tell you that if you'll hang in there, it's not done. Man. Let's sit with this. It does get better, but it takes effort from you. I know when people struggle, they got to find some kind of purpose. Viktor Frankl talked about the concentration camps and man's search for meaning. And it's really hard to find meaning when you're at the bottom. Whoever needs this, you're watching this, you're at the bottom. You got to find some kind of purpose. You gotta do this, man. You're in the right spot, but you gotta find a purpose out of where you are. It's where you are might be hard, but you gotta keep going, and you gotta find some kind of purpose. Viktor Frankl talked about even giving bread to a neighbor in a concentration camp was enough to keep people alive. And so, as you think about that, my kids became my purpose. My book, The Giants and the Smalls, became my purpose. Building businesses with Ryan Morris and Austin Wright, that became my purpose. I had multiple purposes. There's not just one. A good buddy of mine passed away last year, Grant Thompson. He was a YouTube star. He told me, I had a conversation with him, and he said to me, it feels like I reached my purpose, but I don't feel like there's just one. And so he's like, I'm trying to figure out what my next purpose is going to be. And so as you think about that, life might seem meaningless, but purpose isn't something you find, it's something you create. And so I would ask you, if you're struggling, look at where you are. Start creating from here, from X. My goal is to start putting an X after my name as I sign it. But where you are is exactly where you should be. And from there, what do you want to create? If going back to the logo of ClearPath Training is an X of you standing on the X and creating and changing from there. And so this stone, that's powerful for me is this stone is a perfect X all the way through. Just a symbol. It's a rock, but it's a symbol. It's the meaning that we give it that matters. And it reminds me that I'm exactly where I should be. You are exactly where you should be. As long as you don't quit, as long as you don't give up, it will get better. But you got to find a purpose. So create something that drives you, that gets you up in the morning and says, you know what, I want to go create that today. And it's different for every person. I have a good buddy, Mike Garrick, who is a fitness genius, and he's out there creating a purpose around teaching people how to manage their bodies. I think of AJ Richards, man, creating the Rush Club, something that he did years ago, and now he's found a purpose and he's driven again. I think of my good friend Charles Redd finding purpose in loving his family and building his ranch, just a powerful human being. I think of, man, Stacy, I don't know if you'll see this, but I think of you building your business and your construction business, which is enormous, and the purpose that gives you to go in there and work with your employees and do something that matters. And so it really doesn't matter what you do. As Viktor Frankl said, it could be as much as giving the next person a piece of bread, and that could become your purpose. But if you're struggling and you're not seeing a way out, get out there and start creating something. Clay, how are you? Good morning. So, there are a lot of talented people that I'm connected with. I'm blessed to be a part of this group. Even Clay, you're an amazing human being. I watch you create what you're doing with the giants and the smalls is just amazing to me, what that does. And I feel like, and correct me if I'm wrong, that gives you some sense of purpose, not just mine, but other people's. An ability for you to give back in a way that fulfills you and shows others their value too. You help bring out the value in them. It's good to see you too. So it's crazy. I wasn't going to do this video. Thank you, Ryan. Didn't know where it would go or what I would even talk about, but just started with where I'm at. And so hope you guys have a great day. Let me know what you're creating. Let me know how I could support you. If you need a conversation, if you're struggling, let's talk. On my ClearPath Training, there's a page there where you could schedule a conversation. Go do it. You have nothing to lose. You have everything to gain. This isn't some conversation where I'm going to tell you how awesome I am. This isn't about me. This conversation is about you. So if you're struggling, if you're watching this video and you need some direction and some clarity and you're not clear on the next steps in your life and you're not sure how to create your purpose or where to find it, let's talk. Let's just have that conversation. There's no cost to you for that. So let's do it. Anyway, check out the programs that we're running. Check out clearpathtraining.com and the Facebook page. And then also check out the Giants and the Smalls. We're about 2 weeks away from launching that, and I'd love to see you guys be a part of that. Thanks for watching. If you have any comments, leave those below. Make sure you share and serve somebody today. If you know somebody's struggling, go out there and serve them. All right, guys. We'll see you on the next video.